All right, today I'm going to be showing the Seated Kata Gatame. Some people call it an arm across guillotine, but that's just because of the position you're finishing it from looks like a guillotine. It's actually a head and arm choke, so like any head and arm choke, the goal is to block off one carotid with your bicep and the other carotid with his shoulder, almost like you would with a triangle choke using your hamstring and his shoulder. So let's get into the move. From the very beginning of him being in the front headlock, we get the front headlock, we slide our hands to the outside, make sure our biceps on the carotid. We slide our knee around and in the hole, like this, and then we squeeze. So I'm gonna show this from the front headlock position. We're gonna start with our shoulder in his back and our hands locked like this. The goal before I slide into the Seated Kata Gatame is to get my locked hands over here and his elbow or tricep inside of his frame. If his arm's out here, we're not gonna attack this. We're going to attack a normal guillotine because he's not defending. Typically when you lock this, he'll bring his hand in a little bit to start to fight your hands. And when he does, we'll move this across. When I move this across, my bicep is touching his carotid. And when I can visually see my lock outside of him, I know my hands are in place where they need to be. Now I have to figure out how I'm going to get around this arm. How I do that is I will use this gable grip to kind of pull his arm through, and then I'm going to slide my knee out and around into this hole. So even if he has his hand on the mat, I can still slide around him to land just like this. From this position, like I said before, we're trying to choke with the bicep, not our forearm or like our elbow. So if you have the crease of your elbow on his neck, you're not deep enough and you need to adjust. If you have your forearm here, you're definitely not deep enough and you definitely have to adjust. You want your bicep blocking. If my hands are here, all I can have to do is pull them through. Sometimes his shoulder will get too far this way and you can't choke him. So what you'll do is you'll take your foot, put it on your heel, push him away to readjust. Once everything's set, so typically I want his shoulder in my sternum. It might be different based upon your body type of where you want it. But for my personal body type, I want the shoulder close to my sternum. Once I'm here, I'll take my leg and put it across his back just to keep his posture broken. And then the mechanics are me pulling my bicep that way and me pushing my hips into him like this. And as you can see, his eyes are already red from me just squeezing for like a couple seconds. And they'll typically tap extremely fast. Don't squeeze, unsqueeze, squeeze, unsqueeze, because then all you're doing is making it looser. Just know when it's there and just stick to it until they either go to sleep or they tap. And that's the Seated Kata Gatame, also known as the arm across guillotine. It's one of my favorite submissions. I hit it all the time in competition, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.